Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Volcanic Brawn here, bringing you another video on the Volcanic channel. This time around, we're taking a look at Tribes Ascend. This is a game that we recently introduced to our tournament rotation for our events. So please visit the website if you want to take a look at when the first Tribes event's going to be. We're still trying to figure out details. Hi-Res Studios actually is going to be supporting our events, so this is really great because Tribes Ascend recently got its big 1.1 out of the blue update, and we're really trying hard to promote this game as much as we can because it's a game I personally have dunked like 600 hours into and have had countless amounts of fun and have learned really well about this genre of shooter. So what genre is it? Well, it's a Z-axis FPS shooter, which means you have total freedom of movement in both the X, Y, and I guess the Z axes as well. So I'll show you a little bit about what I mean at the very end of this video, well, halfway through this video, or wherever I'm going to put that. A couple of things have changed for Tribes Ascend. See, it originally came out in 2012, and support kind of died off in 2014. And Hi-Res kind of took, they lost a lot of the fan base because of that, because they were focusing on Smite. I mean, it's something that everybody will learn of when you read up on Tribes Ascend, and it's unfortunate what happened. But in August 2015, a five-person team, I believe, from Hi-Res got together and they started working on Tribes again to polish it up and kind of give new life to it. And it really does feel like a completely different game in a lot of ways. It feels refined and it feels faster. I mean, maybe that's because it is. Right? They got rid of lots of limiters, they changed the physics engine, and a lot more. But without going too in-depth about this, I'll just catch you up to speed for where it's at right now. And I'll show you a little bit of how it's different. But so for beginners though, you're probably wondering, okay, like what is this game and what can I do differently in other FPS that I can't normally do? Well, I'll take you to a little map and I'll show you some differences from your average shooter in this one. So, big difference for returning Tribes players is that there are only 3 classes now. There used to be like 9 and 3. So there's a light, medium, and heavy class. And they've kind of combined all those light classes together where you can switch out specific parts of like specific packs and belt items, and you have various slots for weapons and such. So let's see, I'm going to pick my soldier, quote-unquote soldier class, and show you a little bit about this game. So, some basics. It's WASD for movement. Simple. E for your melee attack. F for your frag. Q to switch your weapons, or your scroll wheel also switches your weapons, or the numbers underneath in your HUD. Right now I'm running this game on max graphics on my GTX 965M, and it's really, like, it has aged well. Like, it really has aged well. Like, I'm just kind of thinking about it right now. It's like, wow, that's really great effects on everything. Yes, going back to how to play the game though. You use your left mouse button to shoot. You use shift to put in your sights, and you can zoom in with the scroll wheel when you're in your sight mode. You use control to do a little hop. And you use spacebar to ski, and you're probably like, whoa, 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 Braun, what's that? What is skiing? I have never seen this before. Well, I'll show you. See, for you Smash players, it's kind of like wave dashing, but on steroids. Like a lot. And for those of you who don't know what anything about gliding against the ground in a game is, well, this is the game to start in. So essentially in the game, you have a anti-gravity and jetpack suit. And so your right mouse button activates your jetpack, which allows you to hit huge altitudes sometimes too. Like, oh wow, like I can see my enemy's house from there. Cool. Ooh, ow, my knees. And the space bar works in, I guess, in partnership with the jetpack and the right click button, is that it allows your suit to have 0 friction with any surface. Well, on the ground, I guess. I mean, you can still like hit walls and stuff and you won't just bounce off, but it allows you to move and glide against the ground without any resistance at all. And so that's the big defining part about Tribes, is being able to go super, super fast, right? And being able to time both your use of the jetpack, conserving your energy, conserving momentum at times, and also just knowing when to activate the skis and use your environment to a full advantage. So there are different roles in this game, and I'll touch upon those later. But for capture the flag, of course, you need to capture a flag, so that's why skiing is super important for this game mode, is for being able to move fast, attack quickly, come back to your base and make sure your base is secure, and to, of course, cap the flag in record time. This is the world's fastest shooter, I believe, so that's why that function's there. And it's the game itself now, it really does feel like Tribes 2 or something. It's a big call, like in the last update. It harkens back to how Tribes used to be, which is like, it's not a good nor a bad thing. It's just, it feels like an older Tribes game and with a little bit of a newer stuff. Tribes Ascend in the past felt like its own game, which is cool. But this time around, some projectiles have bigger hitboxes, like the Spin Fuser. It's much easier to mid-air now, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's a great thing to encourage some newer players and be able to actually hit people out of the air. Weapons have different inheritance, and inheritance is actually when it's when your projectile gains some more speed the faster you're going, or the slower you're going, I guess it'll lose speed. But yeah, if you're going like 300 kilometers per hour, some projectiles now will actually get close to full inheritance of that speed. And so yeah, that's everything about the game, and I'll show you a little bit on how to ski now. So skiing is really cool. I'm just gonna go to that hill right over here next to that beautiful. I actually love this map. That's why I picked this map. I love these aqueducts. Back when Tribes was like pre 1.1 update, I would play a class called Infiltrator, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for that, but I used to play Infiltrator quite well, actually. Infiltrator was like your spy class. You go invisible, and you had tools that were really based for base destruction, and like I'd love taking down a base, and this was a great way to secretly approach your enemy. Anyways, back to skiing. So here's a hill. Now I'm just going to activate my spacebar, you see? So I'm going to hold my spacebar. That's what I've set it to hold it. Some people can also just set it to tap and hold. It's all in your config. I'm just going to go down the hill, and I'm going to gain speed. And just by not doing anything, I was able to hit close to 100 kilometers per hour. I believe that's the speed measurement that they use. 100 somethings. Let's call them Sanics for now. So heavier classes will actually, I don't know, go a little bit faster down hills like that, but it's very tough for them to keep in the air with their jetpack. I mean, I've seen heavies go super fast, but it takes a bit of skill. The best classes to go super fast in and to get used to skiing in is probably your medium and light classes. Medium will allow you in-game to survive a little bit more hits with how much HP you have. And I believe they have a little bit more energy depending on the pack you give. That's anecdotal though, so because I haven't really brushed up on that. It's a little bit different in this game now with the perks being removed. So I'll show you guys again what happens. Actually, what I'll do is I'll ski down this hill without using my jetpack, and I'll ski up that hill with my jetpack, and I'll get to the other side of the map. So I'm just going to activate my spacebar. You hold that down. Now you can use your arrow keys, like your WASD movement keys, to kind of shift your weight a bit while you're in like mid-ski or in jetpack mode to kind of make sure you stay on the right track. But the fastest and easiest way is to just look the direction you want to go. But you see, I ran out of energy, right? So I wasn't able to hit that speed that I wanted to. Or get as far as I needed to. So that's one thing you got to be careful, is the conservation of your suit's energy. Not the momentum energy, but your suit's energy. Because you don't want to end up running out of your jetpack fuel halfway through a run, realizing you're stuck in the middle of enemy fire. You might as well just end up picking a different path, right? Or, but most of the time, yeah, it's just paying attention to a lot of things happening at once, and that's what's really useful about this heads-up display, is that It's not intrusive, and it keeps you in the know of what's happening around you. But now I can see I'm hitting huge heights. And I'm actually tapping the jetpack button, and I believe it makes a difference, just because you're able to get a little bit more oomph out of your fall. But as you can see, because I did not plan that route correctly, I took some damage, and I'm probably going to take some... Oh, I didn't take any damage here. Oh, and I ended up on a pipe. Woo! Nice. But that is the basic, I guess the most basic I could get into about Tribes Ascend right now, just to pique your interests. And we'll get into weapons, class loadouts, attack plans, like rules like offense, defense, base destruction, flag defense, all that jazz a little bit later. But this is just a simple, I guess, almost guide / intro to Tribes video, just to get people in the know and to let them know, hey, this game is back, sort of. I mean, it'll be back as long as people play it, right? And so I believe Hi-Rez has sort of given new life and have definitely actually given new life into it. It's just up to us to play the game that we want to play and let them know what they can do better too about the game. As I said, we'll be hosting tournaments and we'll be streaming those and watching those. And if you ever want to hit us up and play a game with me and my teammates, let me know at volcanicpg@gmail.com, or you can just email the email on our YouTube channel or contact us on our website as well. Please leave a comment below if you'd like to just see to let us know what we can do better for next time and what we can include, what you'd like to see for our next Tribes video. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't like it, but I don't know why you wouldn't like Tribes, because it's the best. And subscribe if you like the content we have so far. As I said, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on our other games than just Smash, but Smash will still be around, so if you're waiting for more Smash videos, they will be up soon. I'm Volcanic Braun, signing off from this Tribes video. I will see you later.